Tomorrow morning, a specially extended Sunday morning with Sophie Rayworth, with guests discussing the war in Ukraine from 9. Right now on BBC One Scotland, the very latest BBC News with Ben Brown.
A planned evacuation of Ukrainians from the southern city of Mariupol is abandoned because of more Russian shelling in the area. Meanwhile, Russian aircraft have bombed and killed dozens in the central town of Chernihiv and the eastern city of Kharkiv in the last week. The Russian Defence Ministry released these pictures of their forces as they press on with their offensive. Ukraine's president says the situation is dire.
Surrounded cities are being destroyed and experiencing the worst days. Humanitarian corridors must work today.
NATO again rejects calls from Ukraine for a no-fly zone, and there's a warning to the alliance from President Putin.
Any movement in this direction will be considered by us as a participation in the armed conflict.
And we'll have a special report from Finland on the growing anxieties of people there living on the border with Russia. Hello, good evening. Ukraine and Russia have accused each other of violating agreed ceasefires designed to provide humanitarian corridors for trapped civilians in the south of Ukraine. The United Nations says 1.5 million people could soon have fled the country. Plans had been announced for 2 humanitarian corridors, allowing hundreds of thousands of residents to flee Mariupol and the nearby city of Volnovakha. But continued fighting has meant they couldn't leave. Meanwhile, President Putin has warned that any country imposing a no-fly zone over Ukraine will be considered to have joined the war. Ukraine and Russia will meet for a third round of talks on Monday. In the capital, Kyiv, there are still fears of an imminent Russian advance. Heavy bombardments have hit nearby towns, including Irpin to the northwest, as our international correspondent Orla Guerin now reports.